Graphic design is an art of framing. When creating a layout, designers bring attention to images and text with margins, borders, and cropping.
Every photograph is really an act of framing. We use the camera to focus on points of interest. In these pictures, the photographer is finding another frame inside the frame to further direct the eye.
Lisa Reinermann created this alphabet by photographing the spaces between buildings. She framed her environment in an unexpected way.
Margins and bleeds affect how an image occupies space. So think of a margin as a kind of protective border around a picture. It's a border that lets us see that picture as an object. It draws attention just by being empty. A bleed is the opposite. A bleed goes right off the edges of the page, and it brings us more inside the picture. It makes the picture more immediate. Designers also use partial bleeds, where some of the picture goes off the edge, but there's some white left over. And that's really useful because it creates a space for text or captions. Cropping an image can change its shape and proportions, as well as its sense of drama, or intimacy, or abstraction.
Cropping a photograph or making it bleed changes its impact. In this poster by Ragnar Freyer, the figure peers out at us from within, at a distance. Here, the photograph is a full bleed. The character feels like he is directly in our space. These branding pieces for a museum feature a broken frame. Content bleeds beyond the border. Ellen, why do you think the designer did that?
The frame focuses your eye, but it also suggests that the content hasn't been completely tamed. The result is open and dynamic. In this street campaign, simple printed posters have been pasted directly to the wall, but then an image and headline and logo have been stenciled right on top of that in a way that goes beyond that underlying printed sheet. So here again, you have a frame that doesn't quite contain the content that it brings our attention to. So framing is part of almost everything graphic designers do. We crop a photograph, we place an image in space, we put a border around a text or around a picture. Every time you change the cropping of an image in Instagram, you are framing. Every time you put a picture in the middle of a page, you are framing. Every time you choose whether to put a border around an image or to leave it clean, you are framing. All those things are ways to call attention to the content, to direct people where to look, to show people what's important. And that's something that graphic designers are doing all the time in our work.